It's November. How is it November again? So here's the plan. You may have heard about the drama with Nanorwrimo. I won't go into it here, but I'll link you some videos below. That my garden is stagnating since it's the beginning of November. So what's my plan for November, since Nanorwrimo is no longer something I want to be involved with? Sarra Cannon has opened up her own challenge. So I plan on joining her rough draft challenge. I'll link it below. Yeah, I know I wrote a book about Nanorwrimo a couple of years ago, but in essence it's really about writing a fast draft, which can happen at any time of the year under any circumstances. So if you'd like to check that out, I'll leave a link down below. But first, since we've got the clocks all changed for the time change, I'm out of sync, so I'm gonna have breakfast earlier than usual.
How do you say pancakes without saying pancakes?
Who else hates the time change? So here we are again. I'm working on not Nanorwrimo. So what I'm up to is I'm basically just editing the book. I'm up to chapter 3. Don't worry about zooming in on that, because by the time you see it, it'll probably be different. So what entails an edit for a quote-unquote writing challenge? Basically what I've done here is I've printed out the manuscript and read through it in October, because I wasn't even really thinking about Nanorwrimo or not Nanorwrimo or the rough draft challenge. It wasn't even a thing yet. I got to the point in my project where I'd finished the book, and usually after I finish a manuscript, I'll let it sit for about a month, and that'll give me fresher eyes. So that's what all this is. Once I have waited that allotted time, I'll print it out and I'll reread the whole thing and make corrections. So that was what I had done all of October. Well, the last 2 weeks of October after the hurricanes and all that, clean up and everything. And now for the rough draft challenge, I'm going and I'm putting those changes into the computer. Once I'm done with that, I'll send it off to my editor. So how do you count edits for something like Nanorwrimo, or if like me you're not doing Nanorwrimo this year for the rough draft challenge? Basically you can do it two ways. You can either count the words that you physically changed, which I've done in the past, or you can count it by chapters, or at least that's what Sarra Cannon is saying. So far, I've gotten through the first 2 chapters, and we'll see how it goes from here. I really don't think it'll take the whole month, but we'll see that. Something else that I'm doing is something that Sarra Cannon suggested that she likes to do, is put little goodies into a jar to count how many chapters she's done. I have some old beads, and I thought that might be kind of an interesting way to do it. So I picked out a bunch of beads, one for each chapter, and I'll go put them in some other container to be able to say, hey, look how many I've done. Haven't done it yet, but I have all these little red beads are for each chapter, and then this one is for the final chapter. So when I get that one in, I know, woohoo, there's another visual clue to say, woohoo, it's actually finished. So we'll see how that goes. Scratch that, totally forgot. See, I have these little beads, and I think what I'll do is every time I finish a chapter, I'll move them over to here. So it'll be like a little visual representation of how much work I've done. I did not come up with this. This is Sarra Cannon's idea. And at the end of it, for my final chapter, I'll put in that different colored bead there. So that it's, I mean, I know you can see some of these are red and some of them are brown, but that one is definitely a different color. So that will be like bead of power to tell me I'm finished. So there we go. That's the plan. Now what have I done so far? I've done chapter 1 and chapter 2. So we'll put them over here. Ta-da! And since last we spoke, I've done even more. So let's add some more beads to the little jar. 8 chapters down, however many more to go. So that was my first couple of days of the Rough Draft Challenge. How are y'all doing so far? Leave me a comment below and like this video and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Bye for now.